Standing on the edge of a cliff, realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from heaven send with me tonight.
My channel is about all things chronic illness, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey warriors, happy Saturday. Don't mind the hair. I want to do a update video because I've been so MIA. I am on day 14 of having COVID, and I guess I'm kind of just frustrated because this is the first time I've ever had COVID, and it started with me on the 5th, and my husband at the time was testing negative, and he ended up starting to get symptoms and retested, and he was positive. Then Easter, which is my bonus daughter who has cerebral palsy, was positive. The child that we have temporary custody of, he's 8, he was negative like 3 times. But like the day, because like as soon as I tested positive, everybody quarantined to the other side of the house. And so that Monday, we let him go to school because he was negative. My husband was negative, and they weren't, nobody was symptomatic at the start except for me. But he got home that Monday and literally slept for like 12 hours. He got home, at like 4. He went with his school clothes, laid down, didn't even have a snack, and slept and didn't get up till like 3 that morning and wanted cereal. It was so strange. I started feeling bad on the Friday before I tested. Was really just fatigue. I felt like I had the flu, but I also went to a nonprofit workshop that I'm a grant co-chair. So we had speaking points, and it was about 50 people that attended, and it was just like I should have known better because the circulation in the room wasn't good. And normally if I'm indoor, I'll have my mask on, but I kind of let my guard down. And so by that Saturday, like I was so miserable. My head was hurting so bad. I couldn't eat. I just slept and slept. And so then I had took a test Friday. I thought I saw a line to say that it was like a faint positive. My husband's like, I don't see anything. So then you know how you go look back in the trash can, it was positive. My husband's like, oh, you can't trust that. So I did it like 3 days in a row before it fully showed like quick that it was positive. Um, Leading up to that, I ended up getting a UTI like that Monday, and I was on antibiotics, and I was so sick. I was throwing up. So I had days where I was just throwing up leading up to this. And so I immediately called my lung doctor that Monday because he told me way back when COVID was crazy, if I ever got it, to call him. He wants to get me in for that infusion, but they don't do that anymore in our area. I don't know if anybody's doing it. So as soon as I called, his nurse was like, he wants you to start on the antiviral. Um, it wasn't Paxlovid. It was one that starts with an M. And he gave me that. He gave me a steroid pack and an antibiotic. So I started the antiviral and the steroid, but I didn't start the antibiotic because I felt like I don't really, it's supposed to be viral, and I just got off of antibiotics for this UTI, and I didn't really want to do it. And so like the next day, I woke up that Tuesday, I felt like $1,000,000. Like I was like, wow, these antibiotics are working. Actually, I started antibiotics first. I didn't start my antivirus till Tuesday. So I was just like, oh, maybe, I'm out of the woods as far as how, the symptoms and stuff like that. And I said, maybe it's just like a 3-day course. Because some stuff say after 5 days, most people start to feel better. Then my husband woke up. He was sick, he had a low grade fever, coughing. And then Easter started, and she had only symptoms she had was fatigue and loss of appetite. She wouldn't eat anything. And so I took my husband to urgent care. He got Paxlovid. Um, and, we're back in the same room because we both got COVID. So we've been retesting like every couple of days. And so he retested on Wednesday of this week or last week. I can't even remember. And he was negative. So then that means him back in the other side of the house. I'm stuck in the room because I'm still positive. Austin's went back to school because we kept him out the remainder of that week. And Easter, when we test her Thursday, she was a slight positive. So we have to retest her tomorrow. And I retested this morning and I'm still positive, like very positive. But last night I started with coughing, like phlegm. But I've just felt once I stopped the antiviral and the steroid on last Saturday, I have been struggling. I have been so sick, so weak, just nauseated, head hurts, um, throat hurts, like feeling like I'm going backwards. And so I'm not really sure if that's normal because, you know, the medicine's out of my system per se. And now my body's like, what the heck is really going on? So yeah, comment below if you have lupus or autoimmune. How long did it take you to be negative? But other than that, the other follow up is thyroid doctor. I do have Hashimoto's syndrome. They called me with my lab results in December. I was supposed to see the doctor the same week I got COVID. Um, so he rescheduled it to April because I have to have a biopsy. Let's see what else. And that's another thing. Like I don't know how Hashimoto's work as far as my symptoms, but I've had lots of elevated heart rates, shortness of breath, and so I'm just chunking it up to the COVID and lupus and being on steroids. I don't know what else to think. If I'm not better by Monday, I'm calling my doctor. Um, my lupus doctor is aware, and he confirmed to start taking the medicine that the lung doctor gave, and he wanted me to hold my Humira. So that's been a struggle to walk and everything when you can't have the Humira. Um, for me anyway. So I won't probably get to do my hair Humira till late next week, depending on how I'm feeling and if I'm negative. So what else? UAB for the neurological stuff. I moved that appointment, and of course, or they called me to move one of my appointments, and so I told them I had COVID. So I just felt because it was like the 1st of March, and I just said I got too much. So then I couldn't get back in until September, but I don't even care. That's for me to do all the autonomic testing that they wanted to do. And I have to switch to my tablet, and if I'm looking crazy, which direction, I have no clue where I'm looking at. Um, but yeah, what else? I knew that was UAB with the neurology stuff. Oh, I did do I had my scheduled appointment with a neurosurgeon same week of COVID. So they switched my appointment to telehealth, and he's gonna go ahead and do the fusion, but not the disc replacement of my C56 from the elevator accident. So he just said he'll schedule it for like a month out since I'm dealing with this. So I really don't have a date yet, but hopefully I will get a date soon. What else? Excuse me. Still have to get a primary since my doctor left. I actually need to call them back because I'm going to keep him for my medical marijuana. I just don't know if I'm going to keep him for the primary stuff. I really like him as a doctor, but where he went, he doesn't accept insurance. You have to file your own claims. And I still haven't had the time to just sit on hold with Medicare to ask them how that works. Um, excuse me. But I need to go ahead and get it scheduled for medical marijuana because that'll be in like June. They called me back, but their system is so different. They wanted me to pay up front to hold my spot, which is fine, but I got too busy and then I got sick. So I just forgot. So I need to put that on my list of stuff to do. I need to follow back up with urology. She put me on hydroxyzine, and I've been on my Betric for the overactive bladder and stuff to help with the interstitial cystitis. She wanted me to probably end up doing that bladder installation where they go in and put this liquid and they with anti-inflammatories and they coat your bladder because of the frequent UTIs that I continue to have. I just don't know if I really want to go through that right now. I'm still doing my research, and I just got too much other stuff going on. Excuse me. What else has been going on? Really, that's pretty much it. It's just trying to survive with all of this stuff. Like, I've deep cleaned, I've wiped walls down. It is just trying to like disinfect everything, but then it's like I'm doing it, but I'm still sick. So yeah, and it's sporadic. Like yesterday was hard. Thursday I felt way better than what I did Wednesday and Tuesday. But then yesterday, like I was able to accomplish things, but I had to keep stopping for breaks and naps. Today, I'm struggling. Last night, I struggled. Cough, cough, cough. Choking, gagging kind of stuff. So, it's just so much that's going on. And I'm trying to stay afloat with my channel, which that's not going good. I have blog posts that I've written that I have not published. I've got a lot of stuff in my notes that I've wanted to be a little bit more productive, but it's just been really hard. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Keep me in your prayers, and I'll be praying for you guys. I just want to feel better and back to halfway to whatever my normal is. Because being confined in a room, like I only literally leave the room as if I'm fixing me something to eat, and I come right back in the room. I'm stuck wearing my N95. You can kind of see on my nose, like it's a little mark right now. So I have a ton of a box of N95 masks. So anytime I'm, leaving here, I have my mask on. My husband still wears his mask. If he enters the room for something, and I glove up when I have to deal with Easter as far as like fixing her food and if helping her with her personal care because she can't do it. So I'm trying to be as safe as possible because I don't want to get them re-sick or that we're just continually like a cycle. But yeah, we do have a trip planned coming up in March for New York. I don't even know. I'm going to purchase the travel insurance when I get finished with this video. And because it's just unknown with me. So at least we would be covered for my flight and stuff like that. And I'm praying, Lord, let me be better because this is a trip like it's for a track, but I've never been to New York. So my husband is we're flying. The track meets Friday, but we're gonna get there like on a Wednesday, And it's going to be a busy week anyway because our little Mike, we're flying them in on a Tuesday. We fly out that Wednesday. We don't come back until Saturday morning. Then we have the grandbaby's first birthday party on a Sunday. They leave back out on a Tuesday. So we kind of feel bad because, we haven't seen, we talked to him on video chats like weekly, but we haven't like physically touched him or anything since we flew right when he was born. Like, I think he was maybe like 6 weeks old or something. So yeah, we want to see the grandbaby. We get to talk to the great grandbaby by video chat. She was born on Christmas, and we chatted with her on 2 days ago. I should say chatted. She just looked at us. But we got to talk to her and the granddaughter. So they're just like, when are y'all coming back up? So we want to see them again, but not sure how that's going to work because track season started back today. So it's just